Let's turn now to Bayelsa State, where what should have been a routine on-the-spot assessment of the crisis in Opunembe took a different turn when hoodlums armed with machetes and other weapons attacked journalists going about their duty. The pressmen were being taken round the troubled community to see the property of some exiled chiefs destroyed by certain youths in the community before they were ambushed. TVC News cameraman was brutally beaten before he was rescued by the police from the force headquarters. Let's join Joseph Kunde, who was there when it all happened. Joseph, what happened, and particularly with a cameraman?
Doing what he was doing in terms of covering the houses, the buildings that were destroyed. Most times they'll tell us about these things, but we don't have an opportunity to see them for ourselves. So we thought it was a good time for us to go to Opunembe to see things for ourselves. So while we were going about it, we've been to a number of houses, about 10 or thereabouts. We were going to yet another one, and then all of a sudden we started hearing boys, chanting and shouting, and all of us took to our heels. We ran to different places. Some of us went to the houses of some of the residents, the natives there, and all of that. So eventually, while I was where I was hiding, I got a message from my cameraman telling me that he's also hiding somewhere. So I said, okay, stay there for a while. And then when I thought that the old area was come about an hour later, I now told him that I'm coming out. If I come out, I'll call you to come out too. He said, okay. So when I came out, well, I also encountered a few guys. I ran away. They didn't catch me though. So when I came out, I now called him. I said, Bina, come out. I've been able to come out. At least this is the area I took when I came out, because we are not really too familiar with the terrain there. And then I told him, he said, okay. So while he was coming out, he wasn't as lucky as I was, and he ran into these hoodlums and they tore his clothes. He was beaten, brutally beaten, I must say. In fact, it would have been worse if not for the timely intervention of the police that came to his rescue at the time. And after he was rescued, they took him to the hospital where he was being attended to. Of course, his camera was also taken away from him because he was carrying his bag. So first of all, they said, what's in your bag? They opened his bag. They saw the camera. They said, oh, you be newsman, you be newsman. Even that did not stop them from doing whatever they did to him. They tore his clothes. They used to tie his hands and his legs, and then started beating him like he was an ordinary criminal. And that alone wasn't good at all. When I ran down to the police, I told them, and they said, where? By the time they got back, that was why they were able to see him and, of course, rescue him. We weren't alone, though. We had other journalists. About 6 of us went there from Yenagoa. And, in fact, one of the ladies from a sister station, she had to pretend that she was dead. So when they saw that she was lifeless there, they said, this one is dead, let's leave her, let's leave her. That was how they left her. And then they took her camera as well.
The police deployed to Nembe did not escort you on this on-site assessment?
As a matter of fact, the police did. But we had a bit of an encounter. No, I wouldn't say an encounter of some sort, though, because the exiled chiefs in court now, they were taking us through, the buildings and everything. So it got to a point, we thought they were taking us back to base, to the base where the police were, because that was what we told them. They said we were done, we were going back. So we never knew that we had gone beyond the scope of the security of the police at the time. We didn't know that, but the boys were able to see that. That was why they ambushed us, and that happened.
Who were these boys, and what is government doing to restoring peace in this area?
Well, I would tell you that, of course, it is a joint operation. SWAT from the headquarters and at PMO as well was also there. But aside from that, the state government, they also had their own a combined team of JTF, of NSCDC, the police, state police command, and others that's also there. But they are saying that for the fact that the force headquarters sent policemen down to Nimbe, it shouldn't have been. They should have allowed the police in Bayelsa State to handle it. That was what the deputy governor said while he went on the same visit yesterday. In fact, he was leaving while we were entering Nimbe that yesterday.
We wish him a very quick recovery. Joseph Kunde live for us in Yenagoa.